Patriots are preparing for their big showdown against the Packers on Sunday, and we are here inside the Herald office at Gillette Stadium. This is not an episode of Boston Herald Cribs. It's actually a little production secret. We're shooting this thing on Wednesday, and there is just a massive snowstorm hitting the area. So we're protecting ourselves from that and shooting inside here. I hope you can forgive us. But before we get into the real breakdown of the Patriots-Packers game, let's revisit the week here at Gillette, which opened with another impressive victory from the Patriots against the top-ranked defense in the league, the Lions. They scored 34 points, more than the Lions have allowed by 10 points all year. And again, it doesn't matter how the Patriots do it, they just keep getting it done.
Yeah, on Sunday, the Patriots really took it to the Lions, and what I'm really enjoying watching is their defense. The offense has been lights out, scoring a ton of points, but I'm enjoying watching how their defense basically takes out everyone's offense week to week. We saw it with the Broncos, we saw it with Andrew Luck, and we just saw it with Detroit. It's great. It doesn't matter how many receivers, how many great receivers you put out against them. With Darrelle Revis, with Brandon Browner, they eliminate the top two, and they look helpless. Offenses look helpless trying to score against the Patriots defense, and we're heading to Green Bay, and we'll see what they can do against the Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Stafford was 1 for 10 when targeting Revis through 9 straight incompletions after the first drive hookup that he had with Golden Tate. Browner, 3 for 8 when targeting that guy. I mean, these two, when they're clicking, and Browner had a little bit of a more difficult game against the Colts, but he's been lights out in 3 of his last 4. Darrelle Revis has been outstanding, 24 of 60 when quarterbacks are throwing at Revis this season.
And it's interesting to note after the game, Revis told us this is the best secondary he's been a part of. And you can see it. They can match up with anybody. They're so versatile, and everyone thought we would see Revis on Megatron. It wasn't the best matchup. The best matchup had Revis on Golden Tate, and it had Browner on Megatron with some safety help. The Patriots can mix and match. They can move guys around to make everything their best matchup and make it really tough on offenses to score.
And interesting, you mentioned after the game what Revis was talking about. Revis and Browner both admitted, and this is really reminiscent of what the Patriots were doing earlier in the decade when they were winning Super Bowls. They posted a board last week in the defensive meeting rooms with the Lions' defensive ranking, number 1 all week, and the things that the Lions were saying about why they were the best defense in the league and why they were better than the Patriots. Now, when you're number 1, I think you feel you deserve to talk all you want. But that doesn't mean that another team won't use that to find as a source of motivation. And the Patriots did that. Again, that is really reaching to find some sort of motivation.
The Rodney Harrison way.
Right, but with the way that they went about doing that and then in turn on Sunday executing their game plan, it just shows that this team, after the Chiefs game, they were reading newspaper columns and stuff like that to the players in the locker room about how bad they were. Gronkowski was infamously or famously or notoriously emotional, however you want to put it. Gronkowski was very emotional in his defense of Tom Brady after the Bengals game. So these guys are finding, again, new ways to try to get themselves jacked up every single week, and it's so reminiscent of about a decade ago, again, when they were winning Super Bowls, and right now that's looking like this team is on another similar type of mission. Number 2, the Patriots locked up Matt Slater, 2-year extension on Wednesday of this week. We could see this coming. Robert Kraft was discussing, I think the question was honestly about Aqib Talib last year going into the Super Bowl. That's Super Bowl week in New York City. And Kraft kind of went on a tangent about how they need to re-sign Matt Slater in his contract year. So again, when the big guy starts talking about it, it doesn't. If it takes 10 months, it takes 10 months. But you knew that the Patriots were going to re-sign Matt Slater. There was no way they were going to let him walk. 2-year extension, worth up to $4.2 million. Easy deal.
And worth every penny.
Absolutely.
This guy, people say special teams player. Tell you, in Bill Belichick's book, special teams players are just as important as Tom Brady, as Darrelle Revis. And he is. If you watch any special teams play, any kickoff, any punt, the first guy down there is Matthew Slater. Who game plans for a special teams player? Opposing teams do for Matthew Slater. That's how good he is. He's a great locker room guy, a great leader, a captain. Money well spent.
I mean, just look at the Ryan Allen punt against the Lions when Allen kicked the thing like 7,000 yards or whatever it was. When you put a punt like that down the field,
nobody's supposed to get down there or beat the hang time.
Yeah, yet Slater was there as soon as Ross caught the ball and broke up the play. It was a great play from start to finish, and Slater does that week after week after week. 10 tackles, 7 solo on special teams. Both lead the Patriots right now. No surprise there. Number 3. Pats Packers, potential Super Bowl preview between two great offenses, two teams clicking at the right time.
Without question, hey, both teams are on a roll. The Packers are like unbeatable and like inhuman at home. Bill Belichick was kind of talking about it the other day, basically saying he hopes they can be competitive, which I think is a bit of a stretch. But, it's like they're averaging 50 points a game at home and other teams like 10. They're like crushed teams at home. Aaron Rodgers is in one of his crazy roles. He's lights out. And it's just one of those great matchups you can't wait to see. Brady and Rodgers have never faced each other, and this will be the first time, so we're all looking forward to it.
To see our coverage leading up to and go through that game, you can find more of our work on BostonHerald.com and the Blitz blog.